So this is the Ticket to the Moon Lightest Tarp, and this is their ultralight kind of focused tarp setup. It's designed for use with their like Pro Hammock series and their lightest straps. Conveniently, they're all this kind of nice olive forest green. Anyways, the Lightest Tarp. This bad boy is made to be as light and functional and practical as possible. It's not the absolute lightest tarp in the world. You know, you're going to be spending a lot more if you want a Dyneema tarp. However, you reach a really nice level of compromise between this tarp and other tarps. So first, let's go over the materials and other details of this tarp. So it uses this very thin, I believe this is a 20D sil nylon, ripstop nylon material, which is really great. And it has a bunch of shock cords and guy lines all bundled inside. In terms of build quality, I'm definitely over the moon about it. And what I mean by that is, it is very thoughtfully engineered. The extra hammock tie-out areas, if I can find, these are all reinforced. Maybe you can see, you know, with this extra triangle. This is reinforced because these are the areas of the most stress and play. That's really nice, but what I'm really talking about with their thoughtful engineering is, we'll go out in the field in a second with this, but what I'm talking about is all these shock cords and guy lines. They have your own little integrated storage pouch. Very easy to even unclip, clip, attach, tie, sling around the tree, attach to your stakes. It makes setup so much nicer. Just having that guy line already, you know, built in, ready. You don't have to lay it out, do some ties, some quick releases. And it doesn't sound like much, like, oh man, how hard is it to tie quick releases? Listen, I do them all the time. I don't mind, but just saving a couple minutes after a bloody long, exhausting day of hiking, you know, if anything can save me a couple minutes, hell yeah. And if it's raining and you really gotta set up ASAP, those couple minutes might just save you a lot of effort. We're gonna take this out into the field in a sec, but first, let's go over the accessories. So inside the kit, they also include a small little handful of accessories. A pair of stakes, extra shock cord, extra material, because with this extra material, they also give you a little repair kit. And I actually really love to see this because, man, if you're out in the field and you don't have a repair kit and you really need a repair kit, hell, thank you for including that. Yeah, the material, it's thin, it's stretchy, it's light, it's not ultra durable. You know, with ultralight gear comes compromise, and the compromise is always in durability. You know, yeah, sure, you can have a Dyneema Cuban fiber, but you're also spending $400. This thing is what, like 120, 130? Speaking of which, I have a discount code for Ticket to the Moon for 10% off. If you want, just hit that little thing in the description, the code, and it'll get you 10% off their global website at what I think this came in at 500 grams, give or take, which, yeah, isn't the absolute lightest, but it is far from being heavy. You know, the entire kit of the Lightest Tarp and the Lightest Straps and the Pro Hammock comes in at just about 1 kilo, which is really great for a full shelter. Now you're looking just, okay, now under quilt, top quilt, and you're pretty much set. So that rivals a ultralight tent setup for kind of a much less price, and you gain a lot more versatility with that. So go figure, my mic actually cut out during the recording of this, but I'll just do a quick voiceover. So right now, we're just gonna do a quick setup speed test to see how long does it take to set up the Ticket to the Moon Lightest Tarp. And it is so easy. As you can see, I'm just going at a very leisurely pace here, even untangling some of the ropes that kind of got stuck. And all you have to do is, you know, you hook the guy line around, you attach the carabiner to itself, just go to the other side, do the same thing, takes about 5 seconds per side. It's so easy. And you just tension up those shock cords with the little buckle, whatever it is, and you're pretty much good to go. In about 100 seconds of very slow pace, I've pretty much got it fully set up. Now, as you can see here, the one side of the hammock is not fully covered by the tarp, while the other one is kind of inwards. And usually with a regular tarp, this is pretty annoying to deal with. However, with this, it's so easy because these little tensioning cable guides, that you just loosen the one side to be in parallel with the top of your one part of the hammock. Then you loosen the other side, tighten it up. Easy peasy, one side, other side, pretty much done. Now we're gonna do the inverse. We're gonna see how long does it take to take down the tarp, fold it up, put it into the stuffed pouch. And let's just start here. Again, very leisurely pace, no rush. We're just gonna see how long this takes. So you just take each cord, you just fold it up, put it into its little stuffed pouch, right? Do that on every side. And then basically you just stuff the tarp inside. Boop, 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 boop. No complicated folding, no complicated steps. It's just so much easier this way. In 140 seconds, so almost 2.5 minutes, we have it fully folded up, tarp, stakes, everything. And that was at a very slow pace. And I just love how easy and simplistic this entire process is. It saves a lot of time and headache, and honestly, pretty great overall. So in the comparison of, say, the lightest tarp versus my normal tarp, I want to point out ease of use. So this is what happens when I just try and stuff my tarp in willy-nilly, no special folding and rolling, and it just doesn't work. The lightest tarp, on the other hand, you stuff it in, you don't have to fold it in any particular way. It also saves a few minutes during the, takedown. So seriously, and then, it just compresses even more from there. Like, really, that is fairly small. Whereas this is about, the size of this whole tube. This is my 3x3 thermo tarp by Bushman.pl. It's a Polish brand. It's thermally lined, and it's an excellent, excellent tarp. It weighs about, I think, 800 grams or so, whereas this is, it doesn't cover as much area. It's not thermally lined, which this saved my ass at Zexi Schweiz when we were cuddled up nude in a thunderstorm trying to stay warm. This saved us. So that is one thing, that this doesn't have is thermal lining, but not many tarps do. But I just wanted to point out ease of use. You gotta fold it up properly. You gotta roll it. Hopefully you get it perfect. This, you just stuff it in. You have to manually do your cords and you have to tie everything off properly. This, the shock cords, the clip-on with carabiners, it's proper easy. This was 80 euros, so not exactly a full fair comparison, 80 versus 120, 130. So all in all, I think that the lightest tarp I think it's great. It's very thoughtfully engineered. Ticket to the Moon is a sweet company. They're nice. I really like their kind of mission, their message. Honestly, I don't have any complaints at all. I'm super satisfied with this. It's one of my favorite pieces of gear by them. I still have to try out a couple more of their full moon tarp, but all in all, great tarp, can't go wrong. Included, yeah, I'd highly recommend it if you're looking into ultralight hammock camping. Maybe you've already done some hammock camping and you want to go to the next level. Check out the pro hammock review that I've done. It's got an integrated bug net and ridgeline organizer. Click that up there. Make sure you use my little discount code, and yeah, catch you next time. Enjoy.